With the NFL draft a month away, I've got a trade proposal that I want to break down with you guys that makes too much sense, not only for the New York Jets, but the Atlanta Falcons too. Let's discuss it. What's going on, guys? As usual, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm 3 subscribers away from 100, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Also, you can follow me on at Straight 100 Jets on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So follow me there, and we can continue to talk Jets. Now, after the whole Tyreek Hill trade fell through for the Jets, I've been thinking about a lot of ways that JD can improve this team. And the one scenario that keeps coming up in my mind is trading down with Atlanta for their eighth pick and the 43rd pick, and they can receive the fourth pick. And here's why it makes perfect sense for both teams. Let's start on the Atlanta side. Atlanta just signed Marcus Mariota, a very talented quarterback, but still hasn't really lived up to his billing when he was the second overall pick years ago for the Tennessee Titans. And I'm sure that Atlanta is still looking at other options in case Mariota doesn't work out. And I think that they would be interested in trading up with the Jets to get Malik Willis. Well, they would have to hop over possibly the Giants, and Carolina's definitely looking for a quarterback. So I think it makes perfect sense, for them to try and trade up to number 4 to jump over Carolina to get Malik Willis. There was also talk that Detroit could be interested in Malik Willis at 2, but I really don't see them taking Willis at number 2. So my point here is that it makes too much sense because the Jets can trade down. They could still get an edge rush. They could still get an edge rusher, and they can still get their top wide receiver. And by the way, in a sneaky way, it takes Atlanta out of the competition for Garrett Wilson because my worry at number 10, and I've said many times that Garrett Wilson is the best receiver in this draft, and I wholeheartedly believe that. And it's a sneaky way to get Atlanta out of the competition if they're going to pick Malik Willis with the 4th pick, and the Jets can get Garrett Wilson at 8 and pick their edge, whether it's Jermaine Johnson, Trayvon Walker, or whoever else they're interested in at 10. I think it makes perfect sense. Plus, they could get the 43rd pick from them. So the trade I'm thinking of, well, the trade that it's would be even Steven as far as the draft trade chart goes would be the Jets trade the 4th pick and the 111th pick to Atlanta for Atlanta's 8th pick and the 43rd pick in the draft, which would be we would be giving up 1,872 points to 18 and getting back 1,870. But I think that JD, depending on how desperate Atlanta is willing to move up, can get a lot more than that. So I think it's a perfect scenario. You still pretty much get your pick of the litter at edge, and you definitely get the pick of the litter for wide receiver. So that's why I think it would work out beautifully if we could get their 8th pick and get another second round pick. We would have 5 picks in the top 43, which would be tremendous and a tremendous way to plug the holes that we still have and add a lot of depth to the roster. So I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think of this trade offer and leave in the comments. I actually posed this question on Jets Today stream, which is on Wednesdays. I highly recommend you check them out. But he also had Jet Central, Ian from Jet Central on there, and I posed the question to both of them about trading the fourth pick to Atlanta for 8 and 43, and this is what they had to say. Please leave your comments in. I would love to hear what you guys think of this trade, and have a great Friday.
And this is from John, and he is saying, I'm not convinced that Atlanta is going to stand pat with Mariota. I think a lot of people agree with that. I still think they could trade up to get Malik Willis. If the Jets don't get Thibodeau at 4, would you be willing to trade that fourth pick, which is worth about 1,800 points, to Atlanta for their 8th pick and the 43rd pick, which would equal about 1,870 points. So we'd be picking up their 8th pick, moving back 4 slots, and picking up the 2nd round pick. Would you be in favor of doing that? I say hell yes. I would be all over that, because you're still going to be able to address the edge. You're still going to be able to address your wide receiver spot, and you get another premium pick.
Yeah, I think at that point you would have 5 picks in the top 50. So it's super enticing. I would do that every day of the week.